about Arabian language. They said a student who is engineer having a knowledge about Arabian language, Accenture said that person can walk into my office, I can give them an offer letter. He should be engineer knowing the Arabian language. Similarly, if you know German language, you will have an added advantage. So communication is what you need. How can effectively you can communicate? So my dear, this is a great opportunity for all of us. We can hear to these speakers, we can learn from their past experience. The thing which I wanted to highlight was that there is no dearth of opportunities. Opportunities are immense. The number we are producing is less compared to our size of the population, compared to kind of a innovation and investment opportunities coming to India. Now with the Make in India campaign, you will see number of investors coming to India. They will look forward to a bright management graduates. But the point is, we will have to prepare ourselves. If you see the preamble of management, MBA, we were taught that MBA preamble says that it is 24/7 into 2 years course. It's not a course where you come at 9 o'clock and go for at 4 o'clock. You should spend 2 years full into this course, doing your assignment, doing the job on ground, doing some surveys, working on ground with the industry expectations. That is how you can do. So I think our guests will share more of their inputs from their side. I wanted to highlight that this program which we are doing today, Udaan 2016, the Journey Students Orbit, this is primarily planned that you can hear from the vast experience of these esteemed speakers. You can get your doubts cleared. This is a session I must say that you should get an optimum utilization of the time of the speakers. And this program, seeing the kind of focus we are doing it on this, we are doing it the webcast of this program. The webcast is there of this program. Your friends, your parents, and other stakeholders can see this program on the web through webcast. Also, I would like to highlight that in Local Campus on 28th of this month, we are doing another program which is called, if you see the very renowned name in the industry, Dibbawalas, Mumbai Dibbawalas, and the program Vikram is being conducted, the session is being conducted in Local Campus. Here the senior team, the management team of the Mumbai Dibbawalas is visiting to Local Campus. They will be interacting with the students and will share their inputs on supply chain management. And I must say that this kind of input will definitely help you in getting into a new age companies, like particularly into the e-commerce segments, and you will be able to learn from their experiences. So my heartiest congratulations to Local Campus for organizing this mega show of today's Udaan, and heartiest thanks to the USSC Delhi, Dr. Suraj Seth, and the entire team of Local Campus. My thanks also to my team for facilitating this event at this campus in a shorter period of time. And I must congratulate the Local Campus for organizing the Dibbawalas interaction with students of not only Ryan and Bara. There is an expectation of the campus is expecting students close to about 500 from outside. We will have a gathering to the tune of around 1,000 people from all across the campuses, not only from Riyadh Bara but also from other campuses. So it's going to be a mega show. Students can join for that program also on 28th of this month. With these words, I again welcome our esteemed guests today, and I congratulate my team of placement from head office, the team of the campuses, and the head of the management vertical to organize this program, having such a esteemed speaker with us who are going to share their vast experiences with us. With these words, I thank you all for being your patience. Thank you very much.
We request our chief guest, Mr. Govind Pandey, the India's head bench banking HDFC, to guide the students and share the thoughts.
Dr. Sandeep, uh, Dr. Saint, uh, my fellow instrumental, Dr. Srivatov, my colleagues from panel from Burman and Dr. Quran, Mr. Quran, sorry. There are too many doctors around actually. So I must thank Rad and Mara for having given this opportunity to me to come and share my thoughts, experiences, and things of interest for you. The little time that I have been given, 25 minutes, I tried my best. It's very difficult to pack up everything in 20 minutes. 32 years का experience का ज्ञान 32 मिनट में डालना बहुत मुश्किल है, क्योंकि मैं कोशिश करूँगा कि उसको बेस्ट से बेस्ट It is always very exciting actually for a person like me whose daily job is to manage people only. I have up here about 9,000, 10,000 people working in the directly or indirectly. And to manage people every day. And then to come and speak in sessions like this is very, very exciting. In fact, I become very nostalgic when I पुराने समय में अपनी चला जाता हूँ. 32 years ago, when I joined the corporate sector, the government sector, as a professional officer in State Bank, what I went through, what issues I faced when I stepped out from my college into the corporate, and how, and there was not much guide because when I appeared from my group shows and exams. So there were not much coaching centers. There was no Google to guide you. Today, if you wear a tie, you can go to Google and say how to tie a knot, and it will tell you what, or anything you want to cook, or anything you want to do in your life. You just go to the Google and type it. It will tell you how to do that. It will also give you a live demonstration of everything possible. Right? I don't think so. There is any dearth of knowledge as of today. At my time, 32 years ago, when I joined banking, things were not that easy. There were no coaching centers. There were a couple of books that you could provide, you could read and prepare. And there was nothing told to you by anybody as to how to face an interview and all of this. I think you guys are very lucky. Very lucky because you have such good colleges, such faculty guiding you, such large knowledge, sites available for you all over the place, and such large opportunities in the market for you to grab. I don't think so. You could have any better time than you are. India is taking a leap upwards. Udaan शुरू हुई है. With a lot of these concepts that are coming at making India turn around in the economy, which will be seen very soon. A lot of things like that. I'm not going to the financial side, because once I go that side, I might just get into that. But a lot of steps that are being taken, and the positioning of the country is slowly getting into the international arena. I don't think so that we're having any better time for you than this is going to come in the next 1, 2, 3, 4 years. There could not have been any better God opportunity. I think this is the best time. So you feel very lucky that you are at the right time and at the right place. And I also, slightly disagree with Dr. Kora on one thing, is that in saying that there is a lot of requirements for speaker because there is a mismatch between the supply and the requirement in the industry. Yes, there is. But even if there is not, even if the industry is being packed up, there is never a dearth in the industry not to take good people. The industry always needs good people. Every corporate needs good people. Be it banking, manufacturing, services, everybody needs good people. And therefore, the demand for good people, the demand for the efficient people, the demand for the prepared people will always be. I'll spend some time in telling a little that as a corporate person, what do we expect from the people who come and meet us in our business? Roughly about 5 years ago, I had delivered one talk in a very nicely, very well organized program at Chandigarh campus. I still remember the name of the program was Leap of Time. And I talked in that program about execution, which is one of my very favorite subjects. I have been talking extensively on this subject across the industry or across the college campuses, wherever I get an opportunity. The capability to execute. And what I was saying is that when you enter into the management, you think that the top thought is how to manage, how to get things done. Looks very easy, but it's very difficult. It's the biggest challenge that the corporate or the executives across the world, not only in India, across the world face. And very, very small number of people, very, very few, you can count them on fingers, have been able to master the art of execution. Otherwise, each one of us, day and night, struggle with our capability to execute for many reasons. But don't worry, that's not the time for us to talk that. I'm not talking about execution at the moment. You will learn it as well when you work step by step. Only thing the willingness to learn should be there. The second problem is most of the executives face when they join the corporate. And the topic is also I'm not covering, but it's very, very important because I'm putting these topics in your mind so that you keep them in your mind because you need a lot of work on this when you want to grow in a corporate. And the second big topic is time management. Time is the scarce of the scarce resource. You can never have more than 24 hours in a day. Yet somebody is very successful and somebody is totally failed. And when you really go and analyze why is somebody failed, why is somebody not able to do something, and you find most of the time the person is not able to manage his time effectively either as a student or as a corporate person. This person is not able to deliver effectively. And therefore, this one subject should always be a subject of practice as a student and as a corporate person. How to manage my time. How to do more things in as less time as possible. And as practice makes the man perfect, you practice in a limited period of time. Hundreds of books, thousands of books have been written on this. A lot of things. That is another very important subject. Anytime, really, I'll spend some time talking about time management and learning. Third topic, which I feel most of the executives suffer with when they join corporates, particularly corporates of value like us, or almost everybody's or all of us in India of this bias. Is that I do that with Dr. Kora, is the communication skill. How to communicate. How to communicate. And communication also does not mean only speaking communication. This is very important. How you are able to speak. And how are you able to articulate and put your thoughts forward. Very, very important. But In corporate, the communication is not only limited to speaking, it is limited to presenting. You do good work, how you present your good work, and the window of attention of the senior people in any corporate is very small. If you are able to convince them that once a 1 minute window, you are through, otherwise you lose the opportunity. So art of presenting, art of writing, and art of speaking. According to me, all three of them are equally important. And I find that many students, when they join us, like the composite of three. Very largely because you don't read. You don't read much. And because you don't read much, or you don't practice much, that is why there is always a mismatch between what you are thinking and what you are speaking. You think in Punjabi, and you speak in English. And there will always be lag. And that lag, the people who are listening to you can always understand. And that is where the problem happens. And many of the times I find that executives are very good. He's very efficient, he knows his job very well. But he's not able to come up words. Only because he's not able to communicate. Either in writing or in verbal. A good job, like good work. It's really not a good thoughts that you get. I think that's the area which you should practice. You should not worry about this now. I'm talking these three, four things to you so that you should know when you come into the corporate what takes you upwards. The fourth very important thing is what I call as knowledge deficiency syndrome. Most of us suffer from lack of knowledge because of lack of reading habits. Lack of the what you say, the involvement to learn new things. See, the knowledge is very important. Very important. Knowledge is power. You have the knowledge, you will be respected in your corporate. You don't have the knowledge. Whoever you are, after some time you fall down the line. The knowledge is very, very important. And there is no dearth of knowledge. कमी नहीं है knowledge का. कमी है उस knowledge को हासिल करने की intent का और उसके लिए time. And therefore I find many of the young experienced end up working like machines. Like in the branches we have tellers who manage the cash area. The job is so boring. All you have to do is to somebody presents you 10,000 rupees check. You have to count 10,000 and give it to the person. And you keep doing this day in, day out, day in, day out. But, and therefore the job is very good. So after 2 months, this guy comes to us and says, why? Because I would not learn banking in 33 years. How can somebody say that he's learned banking in 2 years? That is, I may be an idiot, but not that idiot that you can learn it in 2 months and I could not learn it in 32 years. And it is so deep. Because you work like a machine. You tired yourself, you fatigue yourself. And that is why you feel that, oh, I have done everything what I had to do here. Why don't you change my number? But when I deal with people, very senior people, now I don't interview very much except very senior people. And when people used to come in, Mr. Srivastava will understand this a little better. And I used to ask them, that this is a check. And guy has got 12 years of experience in banking. This is a check. Can you tell me how many parties are there in the check and where do they appear? And what is technically their contents? Hardly 1%, 2% of the people could answer very correctly. Who is a drawer drawing a game and where do they appear? Hardly 1 or 2%. Because the guy had handled thousands and thousands and thousands of checks in his life of 12 years in the banking. But he did not have the propensity or the willingness but he did not make any effort to go deeper into that effort. So when you superficially work like this in the corporate, it takes you up to a certain level. But after that level, after reaching some level, which is the natural growth that you will get over years, the growth starts. So these four things, which I'm not dwelling in detail, anytime, I guess another opportunity, I'll come and dwell in each one of these. Each one of them is a big subject in itself. Execution, that is the capability to execute. Because in the initial years of your age, your job will only be to execute. Your job is not to strategize, your job is not to plan, your job is only to do what you're told to be done. And that's the first 5, 6, 7 years of your life. If you do not know how to do that, you will obviously have a lot of rough weathers coming to you in the initial part of your life. So that is the capability to execute, time management, communication, and the knowledge. 4 of these parts will be very, very useful to you. 4 of these areas will be very useful to you the moment you cross this threshold from the college into the corporate. So be ready about it, discuss about it, talk to people who are already in the job about it, how will they do it, and start learning tricks of the game, or rules of the game from now only. That will help you immensely as you are in the corporate. Having said that, as I told you, that next couple of years there is going to be immense job opportunities. Immense job opportunities. Banking sector first is taking a turn. And a lot of announcements have recently come in the banking sector. There's a rating system which has been drawn out for the public sector bank. A very extensive rating system for the first time. There's a payment banks which are being announced, new concept into the financial markets in India. Yesterday evening there was a declaration on the small banks. About 10 people have been shortlisted, 10 units have been shortlisted as a small banks. Again, a new concept altogether. Please tell me when my time is up. So, small banks, the new concept is coming. These are new things. This will again turn the whole financial market, banking particularly, into another direction. 2 new licenses to the banks have been given, IDFC and Udaan, and more licenses will follow in the coming years. These 6, 7 new private sector banks will come into the market. The public sector bank has also started hiring now directly from the market at all levels, including the middle management and the junior level. Earlier, you had to go for an exam with the professional officer or the clerical once you get into the private sector level. The public sector has been got. But now the public sectors have also been allowed to hire directly from the market. The banking industry is undergoing a change because a lot of digitalization is happening on the banking side, and it will obviously not diminish the importance of the brick and mortar structures, but it will definitely open a lot of new avenues, and the banking is slowly getting changed into a consumer company rather than staying as a bank. So the definition of the banking is also widening every day. When I started banking meant to take deposits from somebody who had got surplus and give it to the people who needed it, and in the process, pay them interest, take interest from them, and the difference was their profit. Very simple term, that was the banking. Slowly in the banking industry, some process called as disintermediation changed. People who had surplus started going to the people who needed that directly, and therefore the role of banks started getting diminished. And that is where the banks moved into the fee and commission income. Banks started selling insurance, started placing a lot more emphasis on fee-based income through agencies, bank guarantees, many other things, many other market instruments, and that became another major area of the growth in the bank. So that was another phase which happened. Third phase is now the digitalization, and I'm very sure when the banks start turning themselves into consumer companies. Today, banks sell everything. They have started selling even the products. Of course, on somebody's access platform, I'm not going to go on that side. Lot of changes. Every bank is changing. New areas of opportunity will come in the banking sector, financial sector. Besides this, India as a whole consumerism is growing. The propensity to spend is growing. And because it is growing, there's a lot of needs for assets. People want to take personal loans, home loans, many such things like this. So that is another area which is growing in India. And the people who are now going and taking assets are far more than they should take. So that is within the bank, there's another division which is taking leaps and bounds growth, and that's also puts an opportunity for it. The plastic in India has grown. I remember about 10 years ago when I used to go and give a credit card to somebody, they just not willing to take it. Maybe हम उतना ही कार्ड चलाते हैं जितना ज़्यादा है. हमको I don't believe in credit cards. People were not even very keen on debit cards. Today you decline somebody's credit card and there's a complaint on your mailbox. They say, why did you decline my credit card? So the plastic is growing. And the plastic is also converting itself into a lot of wallet, like in our time we call that pizza. So wallet is coming. And machines that you go and swipe your card, all of that is undergoing a lot of change. Most of the governments are now moving into e-governance. And banking is a partner in that e-governance. And that is another area of opportunity, which at my time we did not have, but you will have all of this. So there will be a lot of need of good people in the banking sector in many times to come. If I correctly remember, I read about a couple of, maybe a month back, that State Bank has decided to put almost 20,000 to 30,000 new people. And besides this, I also foresee some consolidation in the banking industry, with smaller banks getting merged with the larger banks and create larger entity, and far more efficiency coming into the system. So ये सब आपके फायदे हैं. मैं इसीलिए मैंने कहा you are at the right place at the right time. How you get into that is very important. So when I was a little junior and I used to interview people, I must have interviewed nothing less than, if I just guess, nothing less than 30,000, 40,000, maybe 50,000 people in my life. For all levels, junior most to middle management and also senior also. And I've been in visiting a lot of campuses also, when I was a cluster head or a branch manager. Various campuses also for recruitment. And I've gone through all of that process. And 3-4 things, very basic things which a management college will never teach you. But we as an employer see all of that when a student appears for the interview. It's very important. First of all is the appearance. When you come for the interview, how is your appearance? Is it in line with the culture of my organization or is it not? Do you really look like an executive or do you not? How are you dressed up? What is the color of the trousers, shirt, salwar kameez, whatever you are wearing? And how are you dressed up? Doesn't mean that you have to wear costly clothes. It only means that you have to wear something which is pleasing. Because let me also tell you, there is a book called as Blink. Blink means you blink your eyes like this. And this book says that our mind is such, it is, what you say, Because condition is such a fashion that every decision is taken in a blink. Either you take a yes decision or you take a no decision, but it's taken in the blink. So I always keep telling people that when a candidate enters into the room and he stands there on the threshold of the room, about to enter into the room and say, "May I come in, please?" Honestly speaking, the decision, subconscious decision, whether you are going to hire him or you are not going to hire him is taken then and there itself, in your mind. You may not have noted down in the paper. And if your mind is taking the decision, which is obviously based on your appearance, what impression did you make when I saw you for the first time? Was it easy? Was it average? Or was it, or is it repelling? I find many times people coming with dark brown pants or dark brown shirts, what not colors. Is it that like, is it that? Or is it something which is pleasing to me? And my mind takes a decision that this man is going to be in or is going to be out. When my mind has taken a decision that we are going to be in, all I have to do is to justify my decision to my mind, and therefore I will start asking you questions which you will be able to answer. Subconsciously, everything happens subconsciously. I am not doing anything consciously. So I'll ask you questions which you are able to answer. But if my mind has taken a decision, no is repelling, I don't have to take it. I'll pose questions to you which are tough and which you may not be able to answer, or will be very abstract in nature. And then I justify to myself, see, I took the right decision. I said, it's not to be there. So guys, appearance is very, very, very important. And particularly you come into corporates like Axis Bank, HDFC Bank, even ICICI Bank, it matters. Even in your daily life when you are into the corporate, it really matters. I have many times turned back to the students home and saying, "Pehले जाओ घर, कायदे से dress up करके वापस आओ." Because you are facing the customer and you always have to be pleasing, presentable, and inviting. So appearance is important. I think we should work out something, and I should suggest to the college that if you can hire somebody who can talk on soft skills, courtesies and things like that, I think that would well prepare the students for the interview. Awareness is very important. How much are you aware? When people come and ask, the first question I ask them is, "Oh, what do you know about HDFC Bank?" And there's a struggle. "Oh, you are the best bank." I know you are the best bank. What do you know about HDFC Bank? Hardly anything. Hardly. 90% of the people are not able to answer beyond a line or two about the bank. Many people say, even get confused between HDFC or HDFC Bank. You are wanting to get an employment in my organization and you do not know who we are. Should I be taking you? That means you don't have any interest in the organization. You only are there because you need a job. And that is the desperation to take a job. Would you continue in my organization for long or not is a question mark, and therefore a doubt arises and possibly the decision will go against you. Do you read? What do you read? Do you read? Yes, sir. What do you read? Newspaper. Is newspaper reading a reading? Or I asked, okay, anyone who looked at the read in the last 1 year? Some people answer. What is your lesson that you pick up from that book? You answer. Very simple questions, which is very common at your level. Obviously, when you are going for a first interview in life, you're very sure that this will be asked. What are your strengths and weaknesses? Very, very typical question. I prepared it when I went for my professional officer's exam, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Oh, I'm very hardworking. So are you saying that 20 people sitting outside are not hardworking, and that's only you, and therefore I should take you? And and then you are not able to distinguish yourself from the rest who are sitting outside. And many people say honest, I'm very honest. Only these two things. Nobody able to answer what my weaknesses are. When I went for my interview, obviously I prepared the answer. Let me also tell you what answer I gave. When I went for my interview in State Bank, they asked me a similar question, saying, Pandey, what is your strengths and weaknesses? I did not tell them any strength, I did not tell them any weakness. But I said, as a human being, I am bundle of weaknesses. If I start counting them and I start narrating them, I think it will consume a lot of your time if I tell my weaknesses one by one. So I have many of them. Because I'm in the start of my life. But I have only one strength, that I realize what my weaknesses are and continues to put them to improvement. That is all I said. When you need to be prepared for questions like this, when you come inside and you are asked this question, they are very common. I find a lot of people grappling because of the lack of awareness. See, you're not able to answer a question which is not very important. Say, I do not know, sir. Finished. But answering the question wrong or deliberately misdirecting the interview panel is wrong. If there are people sitting there have a lot of experience of interviewing, so you can catch you in three, that you are either trying to fool them or you're trying to be very smart. And once that feeling comes, obviously you will obviously not face a problem. So awareness is very important. I also slightly differ with Dr. Kaura on the English part. Yes, it is important to know English. Because once you go in the corporate ladder, the English becomes the only source of communication. But at your level, I think that you should not have any inferiority complex that you don't know English. Because English is very, very easy subject to learn. Very easy subject, a very easy language to learn. A very little small practice. And don't become very conscious of the fact that you don't know English. You answer in the language that you know. Excuse and say, sir, I know the answer. मगर मैं इंग्लिश में नहीं बता पाऊंगी. Can I answer this in Hindi or Punjabi? Answer it in Hindi or Punjabi. Lack of knowledge of English is not or is any sign of efficiency at your level. So don't be very conscious about it. Don't go half-heartedly to the interview. Don't feel very inferior about it. Be very upfront and say, I'm sorry, I'm not in practice of speaking English very well. But I know the answer. Allow me to answer this in Hindi and answer it in Hindi. If the gentleman sitting there has no bias for English, I will never think that. At least I will never think that. I will appreciate that at least you are honestly accepting that you don't know English. But learn English. And the best way to learn English is science of English. I learned that way. The editorial page of Times India, just read from top to bottom without even understanding a single word about it. आपको नहीं समझ में आएगा, मत समझना नहीं. मगर टाइम्स ऑफ इंडिया के पहले शब्द से आखिरी शब्द तक रोज रिलीजियस न्यूज को पढ़ो. और उसमें कॉलम आता है फॉर और अगेंस्ट, उसको जरूर पढ़ो. उसकी कटिंग करके एक अपना पैड बनाओ, उसमें रखो, वो आपको इंटरव्यू के समय, ग्रुप डिस्कशन के समय बहुत काम है। How to take a firm stand either for or against. But learn English. And the best way to learn English is to read as much as you can. Not on Google, not through Google. And please, as much as you can, avoid that SMS English, because that spoils your English very much. And write it. Any thought that comes to your mind, put it down on paper. And anybody who is confident in your family, in your company, in your friend circle, who you know knows a little better, ask him to check it. And see if you are able to put all your thoughts on a piece of paper. And slowly you'll find that English comes very naturally. Very natural. आज अगर मैं हिंदी में बोलने की कोशिश करूँ, थोड़ी देर ऑटोमेटिकली आई शिफ्ट टू इंग्लिश, even without even trying for it. I want to be because it comes so naturally to you that now Hindi doesn't come so naturally to you. But I belong to Hindi text. I also come from a field. I am not a city person. I belong to a village. So don't feel very inferior that English is any sign of efficiency. Sign of efficiency is knowledge and your capability to express that knowledge. Fourth thing, success is very important in life. Very important. Success doesn't come free. It comes with a lot of hard work. But success is what will you get to respect. You may be male or female. You may be a husband or a wife. You may be son or a daughter. Whoever you are, if you are successful, your family respects you, your society respects you, your friends respect you, and your company respects you. If you are not, and 60 to 70, 80% people in the denomination are not, then nobody respects you. But success requires hard work. And the new concept is smart work. Yes, smart work is also hard work. It requires hard work. People who work hard, people who want to grow in life, people who want to develop, and people who are continuously making an effort towards that side are the people who are successful. Everybody doesn't get to that level all the time. Only a couple of us reach the top. There's only one MD in this organization, where there are many other people who would have thought of becoming an MD but could not. Only because that person in his initial life would have worked very hard, which possibly other people would not have. So success is very important, very, very important. And this body's capability to work is 24 hours. I tell my people every day, इस शरीर का काम करने का क्षमता 24 घंटे का है। आप थक जाओगे, आपका माइंड थक जाएगा, तभी आपका बॉडी थकेगी। अगर आपका माइंड नहीं थकेगा तो बॉडी नहीं। This state comes from here. And I ask my people in my meetings that on a Monday morning, when you have already taken 2 days of leave, now 5 days, 4 days of leave, Saturday and Sunday, do you want to come to the bank? There is no call as Monday too. Monday morning too. So everybody says, no, you see yourself. On Monday you put an alarm. I'll get up at 6 o'clock. And the alarm rings and you put it off. So the customer also will. फिर अलार्म बजेगा, फिर 10 मिनट और सोएगा। बहुत मुश्किल से जब कोई अलार्म आ जाएगा कि अब नहीं उठेगा तो क्लास मिस हो जाएगी। Then will you get up? But it doesn't matter if you on Thursday. Thursday 6:30, what do you need an alarm to get up? You get on your own and get up. Why? Because 2 days prior to Sunday, you gave your body a rest, and therefore it started demanding more rest. But in the Thursday, you didn't make your body work, and therefore it is now due to work. This body will work as much as you want it to work, and it will tire out even though your mind thinks that it tires out. This is your formative year profile. I was telling Cindy that my son is also being MBA. He is in the second year, like you here. And all of these things I tell him also, that these are your formative years. The more you work in these formative years, the more you take leisure and period when you reach my age, or my level. The more you take leisure in these years, the more you work. Take time to reach my level, therefore you work for a longer time. Ultimately, everybody has to work the same. It's your call whether you want to work now or you want to work later. So please do hard work. Very important. Please read about the companies who you want to join. Please first make a list of your skill sets and what you've got. Once you have made this list of your skill set, then match the companies that are there who meet those skill sets. And you will always get the right company. So I think I definitely exceeded my time. But that is the problem when you start speaking in some more, you can go any level. Anyway, thank you so much. I cannot say over this time. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much. Always a problem.
Thank you, sir, for giving your valuable thoughts to our students. Now I request Mr. K.K. Srivastava, our guest of honor, Senior VP and Central Head at Axis Bank, to share his thoughts with the students, guide our students.
Good afternoon, friends. On behalf of Mr. Kalla and all other guests on the dais, very being from the same industry as Mr. Pandey is, a lot of my thoughts will echo. And because we come from the same industry, we feel the same way, and we come across the same kind of, almost same kind of situations. But I've been asked to share some of my thoughts in terms of what is the industry expectation from you guys. I'll be spending around 20-25 minutes on that. Try and share with you some of the thoughts which are, useful to all of you guys, and you can utilize it going forward. So I'm sure all of you are passing out in the year 2016, and I'm sure a lot of dreams are passing through your minds, expectations. What will be the corporate life, what companies we are going to join, and how it is going to be turned out. A lot of you must have been already planning the next 5 or 10 years of your corporate life. So before we, start discussing the issues and the point that I have, let me share you, I should call it a joke. So there is this boy from IIM Bangalore who passed out like you and got placed in a company called Coca-Cola. You all know Coca-Cola? Great. And he came to the office for the first day expecting that he will be, given a lot of work, a lot of planning, strategies for the company, and he was full of ideas which he wanted to share with the senior management of Coca-Cola. And all these plans and strategies that he built up were definitely could increase Coca-Cola's. Sorry. So can you hear me, guys, over there? No. Okay, we'll wait. Okay, let's come back. So he was full of ideas, full of strategies, and he was shown that if he is allowed to work on these ideas and strategies, the Coca-Cola company's sales, if not double, at least it could go 1.5 times. And that we are talking of the Coca-Cola sales in India. So he was expecting. A day passed, 2 days passed, a week gone, a month gone. Nobody asked him who he is and what he is doing there. And he was disappointed, expecting that the manager will call one day, sit with me, discuss my strategies and my ideas, and I'll show him a PPT, and he will implement those ideas. So finally, after a month, he got a call from his line manager, his immediate boss. And he had a talk with him. He said, "What are you doing? How has been your experience so far in the company? You are a great company, multinational company. How has been your experience with us?" And he said, "I am disappointed. I have been here for the past 1 month. Nobody has even come and asked me what I want. I have got great ideas for your company. I have got strategies which I want to implement. But you guys do not, understand my work, and you have been ignoring me. So I'm disappointed." Manager was a senior guy. He spent 25, 30 years in the industry. So he put his hand over his back and said, "Don't worry, boy. Your ideas, your strategies, your thoughts will be definitely taken care of. And we have decided to allocate a responsibility to you today." And this guy was excited. "So what I'm going to do, sir?" So he was told, "You are going to head the logistics department today. From tomorrow, you will be in charge of the logistics of the company." The next day, he was full of expectations, came very excited to the company and asked where the logistics department is, and he was directed to an office, and he reached there. And what he found there, a delivery truck was standing with bottles filled up in that truck. And he said, "You have to accompany this truck today and go into the field, get some insights how the delivery structure is and how we can improve the delivery structures." So first question, so where is my team? He said, "There is no team. You and the driver of the truck are the only 2 guys to go along with this truck and come back in the evening, do this for a few days, give us a report. How do we, enhance the delivery and the logistics for the work?" Again, a little confused. He said, "Okay, there's some training inside in for me, while I'll just find out how to improve the numbers, how to improve the delivery numbers." He went along the truck. So every couple of kilometers, the truck will stop. And the driver will tell him to pull out a few racks, crates, and give it to the retailer. And take his signature and the check, collect the check, money, and come back to the truck. And this was the routine throughout the day. After about 3-4 hours, this guy was totally dejected. And he came back from one of the retailers after giving him 2 crates of Coca-Cola. After collecting some money from him, he came back to the truck and sat beside the driver. And he said, "Guy, do you think that I passed out from IIM Bangalore for doing this?" And came the reply from the driver, "So what do you expect from an IIM Calcutta?" So guys, this is the reality. What I have done right now, just a while ago, in management lingo, it is called setting the expectations. As, as a manager, as an employee, you have to set the expectations of your seniors, of your colleagues. And I've just set the expectations for you guys when you are going to join a corporate. You know what is going to be there. But this is a little harsh, of course. None of you are going to perform the job of pulling out Coca-Cola crates and delivering to the retailers. But as Mr. Pandey said, the initial 5-6 years of your life are going to be as individual contributors. You will not be provided with a team to perform or supervise. That happens only when you grow a certain level. The first few years you have to spend as individual contributors. You have to be prepared and ready to make your individual contribution in whichever organization that you want to and start performing. Now, when you come to the organization like, let's say, a bank, another thing which will confuse you is the expectations the management will have. So far in your life, you have succeeded on the basis of your cognitive abilities. When I say cognitive abilities, I am meaning the power of your brains. So you have learned topics, you have learned subjects, and you have written in the examination, got some marks, and you have succeeded. So the moment you enter into the commercial organization, cognitive abilities take a backseat because most of the work that you will be doing are routine, are repetitive in nature. So your creative brains may not be required to that extent. So what is required then? Suddenly from IQ, the picture changes in favor of EQ. That's the most confusing part. So when as a fresher, when I go into the corporate, I am still into the cognitive ability mindset. I am intelligent. I can deliver whatever is given to me. Nobody can compete with me. Organizations do not work on those models. Organizations work on the cooperative model. So you will have very intelligent, individually very brilliant, but ultimately you will have to work in teams. And in teams, you have to depend upon your soft skills. So EQ has another name called soft skills. Soft skills have multiple, meanings. One of the important part of soft skills is empathy. Are you full of empathy towards your teammates, towards your colleagues, towards your organization, towards your customers? The success depends, and there have been studies worldwide where they have found that beyond the point, cognitive skills do not matter, especially in leadership roles. As Mr. Pandey said, our job is to deal with people all the time. And when you deal with people all the time, you have to be empathetic. You have to be EQ oriented rather than IQ oriented. So my suggestion to all of you will be to start working on the EQ part of your personalities. So there is so much of dichotomy in the world, which always confuses each one of us what should be done. All your MBA education, if I have to put this in this manner, is aimed at developing your personality. So he very rightly said, appearance, communication, these are very important aspects of any management aspirant. So entire education is based on developing the personality. In fact, if you look at the world as a whole, the overall world as a whole, we have moved from character to personality. If I give you an example so that you can understand it a little better, the main character in Ramayana was Ram, and the main character in Krishna in Mahabharata was Ram. Character is based on character. He had personality traits which were based out of character, honesty, everything. Whereas Krishna is based on personality. Similarly, in the world, we have moved away from character and we are moving towards personality. But when you enter an organization like a bank, you will find the emphasis going back on the character of the person. People are expected to be holding values which are character based. Honesty, commitment, all these values are character based. So it is good as long as you enter into a corporate. Your personality will help you when you enter into a corporate or get into a job. But after getting into that job, all that will be needed, all that will be expected from you is character. So these are confusing poles that you will encounter when you enter from the academics to the corporate. So Pandey made a very close to my heart comment that after spending 32 years, he can't claim that he has learned everything about banking. It's the same with me. I have spent 34 years. So Pandey spent 3 years in the State Bank of India's London testing before I joined Dena Bank as a professional officer. So 35 years of experience. I have never claimed in my lifetime that I have learned the entire banking. I am still a student of banking. I still learn a lot of new things in the banking. And I always emphasize wherever I meet people like you or my colleagues, that learning never stops. Many times we guys make a mistake that when you get into the corporate, you got a job, and now the learning will stop, and we can enjoy our life. No. Learning is a lifetime objective. It keeps on happening throughout your life. The day you stop learning, I think that day you stop growing. So how many of you have heard about Peter's law? Okay, let me tell you. There are very striking corporate laws. One of them is Peter's law. And one of the Peter's law says that everyone reaches his level of incompetency in his lifetime. Which means, as Mr. Pandey also referred, that you will continue to grow in whichever organization that you get into. Till the time you reach a level of incompetency in your life, which means that beyond that level you are incompetent. You do not know anything to do. It happens with everyone. And people who move beyond that level are the people who are continuously engaged in learning new things. So how do you challenge this level? So everybody, let us come and this is the level of your competency beyond which you are incapable of doing anything. So you stop doing beyond it. So how do you handle this? How do you overcome this problem in your life? The problem in your life you overcome is that you push that level further up by learning new skills, by learning new techniques, by learning new knowledge. You push that level up. And once that level is pushed up for you, you continue to grow till the time you reach another level of competence. So learning is important. This is another message which I wanted to share with all of you. I want to, share another example to understand how things are necessary, how learnings are necessary for each one of you in life. So this, we all agree that this is a connected world and everything is connected to each other. And something happening here can have an effect somewhere else. And there is a very popular theory of butterfly effect. Anyone heard about it? Great. So I am just giving you an example how small things happening somewhere else can create a huge impact somewhere else. The example is very simple. And it will make you understand, the cause and effect theory. Something changed in our luggage. We all have luggage at home, right? The suitcases and all. Something changed in the luggage industry about 10-15 years ago. Which created a huge impact. So what changed? Can anyone give me some random answer? Something significantly changed in the luggage industry. Pardon? Anyone give a contribution? Pardon? Means? Great. You have a student out there. So very elementary technological change took place in the luggage industry. Somebody put a couple of wheels at the bottom. Now 4 wheels at the bottom. It started with 2 wheels, now 4 wheels at the bottom. And it created a huge impact. Now, having said this, can somebody tell me what is the impact of this? What is the impact of putting those wheels? It is easier to carry, right? You can carry it anywhere you want. Very right, but there is an even huge impact which has taken place. And let me share with you. By somebody putting 4 wheels, small innovative idea has taken away jobs of lakhs of coolies out of the world. Small invention, 4 wheels at the bottom, and lakhs of coolie jobs are out. Do you agree with me? Now, how many of you actually go and look for a coolie on the railway station? Nobody. This is cause. Small cause here, great impact here. World is constantly evolving and changing. And things are happening as we are sitting here. There is a lot of discussion around financial disruption in the banks, how digital world is changing the country. From your point of view, how do you handle this? How do you counter this? You can counter this by evolving with the world, by acquiring new knowledge, by remaining relevant to the changing world, and learning new techniques and new knowledge in the field. Come back to my original point that learning is a lifelong experience. It's not a college or let's say 20-25 years kind of a thing. So these are couple of messages which I had with you to share with you. Whenever you come and join an organization, I believe these messages will be able to assist you in terms of understanding, in terms of grasping what is expectations, what are expectations of the top management, of the senior management, and maybe it will help you in terms of delivering better in your careers wherever you go. That's all from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Now I request our guest of honor, Mr. K. Puri, Senior Vice President, Vardhaman Group, to share his thoughts.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pandey. Good afternoon, Mr. Para. Definitely on the nice and the lovely audience. The points which probably I have to cover, I did not know because the other my colleagues have already covered maximum of those points because the points are more or less the same. The philosophy of life is just the same. So I think I had thought that I'll present the structure, the presentation to you through PowerPoint. But nevertheless, I will not cover through PowerPoint now. I will come only to the PPT in case if it is required. Because most of the points, as I said, have already covered by the learned colleagues. You see, I will to make the talk interesting. I will first share a little brief autobiography. As you saw in my profile, I did my electrical engineering from Punjab Engineering College in 1982. My parents wanted that I should go for MBA. I did not want, but I wanted to be a free bird, and I had got a campus placement at Ashok Leyland. Ashok Leyland from Chennai came all the way to Chandigarh. That was the kind of scarcity of engineering colleges at that time, and I was selected in Ashok Leyland. And the point which I don't write in my profile was that experience of 3-4 months. I joined the Ashok Leyland in Chennai, but later on quit it. But on the pressure of my parents, I had definitely without preparation appeared in some competitive exams. Each university, Punjab University, Punjabi, Kurukshetra, very few used to have MBA courses in this area. I had given the competition, written by virtue of chance and clear, but I was not interested to do. Just to give you a little historical background, when this engineering MBA or MBA really flourished in the industry, you must know this. You are an MBA student. The old concept of managing business was have a technical right. If that is what another or the businessman would do. He would like always to he is short of money. He used to be short of money, anybody would be. He would hire an engineer technocrat to manage. Business decisions he will keep it himself. He will have some money to enter the book entry, and no need for MBA. So MBA concept flourished in somewhere, to my knowledge, in somewhere 78. It might be old. Degrees people must have been taking, but so-called engineer come MBA concept flourished in 78. And that is the reason my parents started pressurizing me that you should attain an additional qualification. I said, what is the need? I've got a job. I'm already on a stipend, a beautiful stipend of 1,200 rupees per month at that time. So no need for going for an MBA and wasting time. As luck would have it, and as I'm standing in front of you after my postgraduate degree, after joining Ashok Leyland, I realized what I want to share with you, that life is not so easy. When you enter a corporate world, I thought let us have a respite of 2 more years at the cost of parents' money. So I wrote a big telegram. There used to be no mobile phones, nothing. A big telegram to my father who was working at Patiala at that time. I said, now I am interested to do MBA. He said, all seats are now full. There is nothing MBA with all the written exam results are over. By chance, there was one university which was left in Mumbai. I said, no, even if it is second rated, please go ahead and I want to come in. And that's how I did MBA. Now, having done MBA, I want to tell you, it has been already touched, that everyone feels, मैंने भी ऐसे सोचा, कि स्टेट में जाके assistant manager बनना है, you have to manage people, But my first campus placement through MBA occurred in Escorts. And I was a management trainee in the legal department. I will share all my experiences with you to give you make the talk interesting, right? So as materials management, the MT in the management trainee in the materials department, I was told there was a class form required in the plant. It was mechanical engineering works. They said, you are a management trainee, please go and fetch it from the market. It is an emergency purchase. So I had to pick up the rod on my shoulder, travel it in a bus, engineer MBA, and then traveling it in a bus. And because my entitlement was only bus at that time, and brought it, to the factory. So what it means is that we come out from the college with a very clear idea, rosy picture, that okay, we are going to be future manager. Rana Sahab has very nicely said the words that okay, managing the people is the right definition of management, and we go out with that theory only, and that ultimately doesn't imbibe, and we do not imbibe in ourselves that what actually is expected. Now, coming to the concept of why do we need engineer in a corporate world? To manage the machines, to maintain the machines. Why do we need CA? To manage the books in a professional way, guide, advise about where to take the finance. Why do we need MBA? Third question. We need MBA. Now, engineer has a technical acumen, CA has a commercial acumen. MBA has a business acumen. As an MBA, you're required to understand the holistic picture of the business, right, which a normal graduate will not understand. And you are supposed to come out with, the root cause analysis and the possible solutions which are required or which are possible out of it, and propose it to the management, right? The initial part, of course, you have to say the rod like last rod I did in 1984. Similarly, you may also find 5 years as rightly told by learned to each other. You will also have to work manually. But then, moving on further, what you are required eventually to learn is to learn business. And according to business, आप इंजीनियर से पता करें कि जी आपने क्यों इन्वेंट कर रहे हैं, क्यों ये रिक्वायरमेंट दे रहे हैं, मेरे को ही पता नहीं ये रिक्वायरमेंट चाहिए. Now, if this particular hall requires a 8 ton of AC, engineer will propose 8 tons. MBA will say no. There can be it can be managed with about 4 tons of AC. Value engineering, yeah, इसको हम objective, commercial acumen, business acumen, like that. These are the kind of simple examples which I would like to give that what MBA is supposed to be. Now, communication was talked about. In communication, you see, you are very much capable of communicating. Why? Because most of the people you're going to manage or work with are simple graduates. You are an MBA. What does it mean is you know a lot of jargon of management. Very rightly told by Srivastava Saab, because MBA is nothing. In 2 years you can't learn how to do business. To be very frank, it is just a personality development, right? Ma'am teaches. The professor was sitting here. Now she is not there. She told me she is teaching OR, operational research. There is economics, there is bookkeeping, all these things, statistics. ये सब हमने पढ़ लिया है, but actually nothing in actual is going to get applied on the course. But then why have we studied it? Because it gives us confidence. It develops our personality. So now you are the product. You are the people whose personality is developed better than a normal graduate. You should use those management jargons in making a presentation to the management in a best way. For you, management is manager. For a manager, the management is the general manager, and for general manager, it is president. But for you, your superior is the management. With this general background, I would not like knowledge is important. As rightly told by learning colleagues earlier, I would not touch upon knowledge. I would touch more on behavior aspect. Behavior is more important because knowledge, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, books के fundamental as it is apply नहीं इतने. It is the behavior which is important. Now, what does that behavior mean? It is a one word, but I like just to be able to. From my practical experience, these are not from books. Let me tell you, I have not even referred to single book. अपने 31 years experience में through failures, what all I have learned, that what I learned and what I acquired, and I'm still not perfect. What you should be carrying these things in mind and pass them in your brain are something like this. Now, these things look very, very simple and very basic, but they are very practical. Let me tell you. Now on, the about right attitude. What do we mean by right attitude? A lot of people are work, are deal with genetically. They tend to have their mother or father having a pessimistic approach. Please try to sideline that approach, go with positive attitude. Because once you think positive, then only the results will come. Otherwise, if a negative person is in the team, say this is our team where we have to manage a task, and some people who are coming and telling, sir, ये तो हो नहीं सकता है, इसमें ये problem है, वो problem है. These are the kind of people you will come across, and we have to shed this particular habit and change the attitude to become positive minded person. Because negative person that comes in the meeting, at least I personally feel, he generates a lot of negative vibes. Negative vibes आप बोले तो मतलब अपने आप को भी ऐसे लगने लग जाते हैं कि टास्क पूरा नहीं होगा, कंप्लीट नहीं होगा. So we don't need that kind of people. We need positive minded people. This is the most important point I want to make. Let me see if I have something more. I made it a little structured. I would confess that I had not 50% of these traits which I have learned through failures in the beginning. I was very aggressive. Youngsters asked, I was also very aggressive. But learning, one was open, as Pandita has told, one should be open to learning. Be open to learning about new things. One good habit I had, I was always appreciative of the quality possessed by the other person. While in college, let me share something personal to you. I have probably played all games, I have done all dramatics, all bad habits. Why? Because I have ultimately learned from them. किसी को मेरे को अगर सिंगिंग मैंने शामी गजल प्रोग्राम देखा, I am not a singer, my throat is not singing, but I have thereafter learned singing and performed on the stage. Dancing, I saw somebody, I was impressed. This is how you should also be. Get inspired from the achievements and the qualities of the other person. So in a musical instrument, what all these things have given it to me in life? These things have given confidence. Yes, I can do everything what the other person might be possessing 7 qualities, but I could acquire that quality and ultimately perform and achieve that quality. This confidence comes in you when you work with with open mind. So when I cover all this, I would like to share with you. Yes, there's a point which I would like on attitude to make. You see, we got to in attitude. Normally, what I had, and I am partially acquired, you should also think upon those lines. When we work in an area, when I had 7 years of experience, I think I do the best of my area. And when I used to go to boss or my superior, I used to ultimately end up making argument on a particular point, rather than giving the respect to the experience and stature. If the boss is not ready to accept your point, please do not go a line beyond a particular time. Do not take up a confrontation with the superior, even in an interview or otherwise. You might be right, you might be knowing your point perfectly all right. You must concede and say, sir, according to me, this is what I feel is in the interest of organization. Rest is your part, because ultimately he is paid for the same. Second point on attitude, I would like to say, do give a due respect and regards to juniors also. Why a junior deserves the respect? Because junior is your teammate. The teammate, doesn't cooperate to you, and if suppose your teammate is an MBA, a teammate is a commerce graduate or an engineer, do give a due respect to one's qualification, experience, and to the stature of the junior also. Then things can work in a very, very good manner. Last point on attitude, be a smiling face. Appearance was very nicely covered by Pandita. Be with Breathe in the office. Everybody, not only senior. Normally लोग क्या करते हैं? अपने senior को तो smiling face से मिलेंगे, juniors को they'll be snobbish. No, never do that. Meet everybody with a smiling face in the office. Carry a good body language, right? And be open-minded, of course, and receptive to the new ideas. Next point is discipline. On discipline, we got to know one thing very well, that it's a very school से learn करके आ गए हैं. Be punctual, be on time, everything. But हम क्या करते हैं? Discipline वैसे follow करते हैं जहाँ पे हमें mandatory लगता है कि ये डिसिप्लिन करना जरूरी है, कोई हमें वॉच करना है. सेल्फ डिसिप्लिन इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. दिस रिमाइंड्स मी ऑफ अ जोक. एक बंदे ने पंजाब में ट्रैफिक की सेंस आपको पता है लोगों को कितनी है, बाइक पे जा रहा था, उसने रेड लाइट आगे से काट दी. रेड लाइट काट दी तो आगे पुलिस ने वो जैसे इंडियन में डिवाइडर होता है वो आगे आपने को कहता है रुको रोके. कभी पीछे लाइट नहीं देखी, कभी देखी कौन सी लाइट थी, कहते रेड लाइट थी, कहते रोका क्यों नहीं, इसलिए रोका क्योंकि आपको नहीं देखा. This is how we have a traffic sense, because nobody is watching, so let us cut the line. This happens, we don't wear safety belt often on the co-driver seat. There is another example of not following discipline. Why not? We should wear it ourselves even if policeman is watching or not watching. These are some habits which are going to carry you in long run. It is going to change your character. Now there is another point. A lot of people, I also used to feel, 99% professionals feel this way. अगर मैं नहीं होगा तो मेरी organization नहीं चलेगी. And that generates indiscipline. Why I am touching this point in discipline is, mind में उनके discipline आ जाता है. छुट्टी जाना है तो everything भाव मारेंगे and everything ultimately they are indispensable to the organization. Whereas never ever पूरी दुनिया में रुकी, कोई organization नहीं रुकी. मैं चला जाऊं या आप लोग चले जाएं, ये माइंड में अगर आप इम्बाइब करोगे डे वन से तो यू कैन बी सक्सेसफुल. थर्ड पॉइंट, adopting the culture of the organization. ये पॉइंट बड़ी लेट समझ आया मेरे को. कल्चर ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एमबीए है, काम करना है, बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट डिपार्टमेंट में है, कमर्शियल डिपार्टमेंट में है, अकाउंट्स में काम करते हैं. व्हाट इज द कल्चर, व्हाट इज देयर इन adopting the culture of the organization? Now, Bardhaman has a big culture. We respect human beings. This is, we take pride in that. Every organization does it, but we do something extra. There is some kind of social security we provide to people. Second, we give lot of importance to training and development. हमारे TPM concept, quality circle concept ये बहुत है. Do respect. Even if now this is my 6th job. When I come from 5 jobs, these concepts were not so much prevalent. When I come now, I just 2.5 years. This is my second state is in Vardhaman. Earlier I was 92, 93 in Vardhaman again. So second statement, I knew the culture of the organization. The organization preferred me to take the person who is familiar with the organization. Rather than the new person is disliked because he doesn't go along with the organization. इसी से related जिसका subject है. When I came from 5 organizations experience, lot of things I had to tell to my people, ये ठीक नहीं है, वो ठीक नहीं है, change the concept, process is wrong, change this process, thinking, motion thinking or whatever. No, start flowing with the processes. Do not create a barricade or a barrier. जब आप organization में जाएं, adopt whatever they are telling, the way they are telling, even if you feel it is wrong. Gradually you will come to know either if you will stop that point, or you will ultimately realize that no, you will be able to make a suggestion. एक point है कि discipline से discipline versus protocol. Now, a lot of people, I'm sure, how many of you know the meaning of protocol? Please raise your hands. Protocol का क्या meaning है? मेरी colleague बैठी है नमनदीप, इन्होंने मेरे लिए help किया. I just gave the idea, she made the PPT. She said, sir, I searched on the Google also. Google said something like that. I said no. ये learn किया है because out of my 31 years experience, 19 years is in public sector organization, public sector affiliation, 12 years is in the private sector. In army, in public sector organizations, protocol is very, very important. ये आपको पता होना जब प्रोटोकॉल का मीनिंग पता होगा फिर ही आप उसको इन्वाइट करेंगे और फिर ही लगाएंगे. ये लर्न किया जो खाकर पीलिए खाके तो मैं आपसे अब शेयर कर रहा हूँ. Discipline is you are required to report to the office at 9 a.m. This is the discipline. And what is protocol? If a boss comes to you or see Mr. So-and-so, Mr. XY, can I have your help in this and today we are required to do this. Suppose he comes to your office. What do? We get up from the seat. A lot of people don't get up. Even today, a lot of people don't get up. But getting up is important. Giving the respect, following the protocol. Boss is walking, if you are walking towards meeting. Allow the boss to walk ahead. Not that you walk ahead and boss is walking at the back. This is a protocol. We know all this, but we are not understanding कि इनको आपने फॉलो करना है मीटिंग में किस तरह एड्रेस करना है. That is a protocol. It is not written in rules and regulations. Now, live example I would like to give. In my previous company, I was working as senior general manager prior to that in a Punjab government company. There, one of my colleagues, I not named, he happened to be our managing director was conducting a meeting, and he happened to be sitting in the meeting like this and doing like this. Now, this is not in the rules. He said, Mr. Tandon is his name. He is not in that company. Mr. Tandon. Point खत्म हो गया. Point को तो उन्होंने बॉस ने पीछे कर दिया. Mr. Tandon, please get out and go and tie your button and in future don't sit like this. These are the points. I told you I want to touch behavioral aspect more. ये चीजें किताबों में कहीं नहीं मिलेंगी आपको. Knowledge मिल जाएगी. Knowledge इसलिए यूज नहीं होना है इतना. सिर्फ पर्सनैलिटी डेवलपमेंट करके चली गई है. Behavioral aspect is very important, and in this regard, this is a protocol which I gave you example of. And that generated a dislike for the particular person. He might be excellent in IQ, excellent in performance, excellent or terminator in his work. As regards the culture of the organization or what to tell you about the culture, like when I shifted from private to public to private sector, the environment of the culture is altogether different. Public sector follows more in protocol. Private sector believes in lengthy discussion. एक point बताना है कि आज बाहर क्या content दिया, how you are able to manage that item. So private company would like you to detail the whole thing. Whereas in public sector, boss doesn't have much time. You have to go with the fact. So this is what the point I was making was that let's go along with the culture of the organization. Try to understand what is the culture and accordingly adopt that culture. Now, Marwadi organizations, mostly businessmen are Marwadi. Now, Marwadi organizations, in one of the Marwadi organizations I have worked, Mr. Januria, I was excellent performer. 5 years I worked with them. तो बेसिक के टाइम से वो मेरे को बोलते हैं, उसको पूरी बोला उन्होंने जैसे आई वर्क टू जान पूरी आपका परफॉर्मेंस बहुत अच्छा है. कमर्शियल मैनेजर है. बट आपने एक चीज की कमी है. मेरा वो क्या है? कहते जो है आपने मारवाड़ी अप्रोच में ये सिस्टम मेरे को नहीं पता था मारवाड़ी अप्रोच क्या होती है. मैं भी शेयर विद यू क्योंकि मारवाड़ी अप्रोच मींस अब कमर्शियल डिसीजन कैसे होते हैं कमर्शियल एनवायरनमेंट में. आप 3 कोटेशन बनाते हैं 3 या ज्यादा 3 रुपए 4 रुपए 5 रुपए का रेट आता है. 3 रुपए वाले को आपने बुलाया. यू हैव द नेगोशिएशन इन 2 रुपीस 75 पैसे नेगोशिएटेड इन फाइनेंस. You give the order, you done the operation, what is wrong in that? Now, what is Marwadi approach? He tells me this example, he only gave me this. Have you ever thought that this item can come into at 2 rupees? 2 attempt that. And I really saw that it pays. If you really attempt and dream about 2 rupees, it pays. This is what is the culture of the organization. I am not trying to preach to Marwadi approach. I am trying to tell that ये adopt करना जरूरी है जिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में आप जाएं. Third point is teamwork. I think I'm not running out of time. I'll wrap up quickly. Point to सारे learned colleagues के पास teamwork. Synergy effect. I think you have already read. So team working 1 + 1 is 11, not 2. That is what is synergy effect. Believe in that. Team working is very important. Enjoy achievement of the teammate or of the team. ये आती नहीं है, आज भी मेरे में पूरी नहीं है, पीपल फील जेलस, उसके नंबर पे ज्यादा आ गए, एमबीए फाइनल ईयर में मेरे को कम आ गए। दिस इज नॉट, compete with yourself. आपकी लास्ट टाइम रेटिंग 8 थी, why not 9 this time? Don't compare with कि ये जो उसका कॉर्नर है, इसको ये दुबई है, इसको फेवर करते हैं बॉस, don't get into that rat race. Compete with yourself. Then only the team work will come. Don't feel jealous. Be appreciative. मैंने आपको अपना पर्सनल ट्रेट एक बताया. Not that everybody should have that trait, but this has made me by being inspired of the achievement of the others. EQ versus IQ. Srivastava sir very nicely touched. IQ defines how smart you are. EQ makes you use that smartness. And what is EQ? It is the ability of knowing your own feelings and the feelings of the other. Empathy का word use किया, उसका right meaning ये है, put your shoe in the shoe of the other and see where it pinches. एक word होता है sympathy, एक होता है empathy. A lot of people mix both the words. Sympathy you know very well. Empathy is try to, before taking a decision or before making any verdict on anything, दूसरे के बारे में, बचपन के बारे में सोच तो आपको उनको बोल दिया 6 बजे आ जाना, कल से सारे जल्दी 6 बजे आना, ह्यूमन है, इनह्यूमन है, empathy को अप्लाई करना जरूरी है। IQ is fixed in one's life. जो आपने DNA के थ्रू ले लिया, वो ले लिया, थोड़ा बहुत डेवलप होता है by achieving education. जो EQ की एबिलिटी है, वो डेवलप की जा सकती है। Please have strong PR, public relations. अब आप मुझे बताइए, how can I help you, sir? The front office manager says this. ये अप्रोच आपको ऑफिस के अंदर भी अगर आप रखेंगे, ये भी दुआ है सामने को ये भी लगता है फ्रंट ऑफिस। Smiling face, be receptive, body language should be positive. PR तभी अच्छी होगी कि considerate about the other person's official problems, personal problems, right? This is what is PR. Next, fifth point is soft skills. एक word protocol versus discipline मैंने बताया. Third word is using is decorum. What is decorum? Maintaining silence. अब हम यहाँ silent होकर बैठे हैं, ये कहीं कुछ में discipline में जो cross talk. This is we are maintaining the decorum. ये words हमने jargon सुने हुए हैं, but clarity इनकी देर बाद आती है, तो मैं आपको आज ही clear करना चाह रहा हूँ. Use G in addressing people. और क्या है G? You will see the difference. We hesitate. हमारी ego hurt होती है, लेकिन you know हमारे अंदर की ego hurt होती है. Ego is an enemy to success. अगर आप angry होंगे या arrogance carry करेंगे, तो आप कभी भी सक्सेसफुल नहीं हो सकते। ये आप नोट करने अपने कान फाड़ने जिंदगी के ऊपर, अगर आप एरोगेंट हैं और एंगर कैरी कर रहे हैं, आपका एक गुस्सा है तो आदमी पर अब पहले जैसे पूरी बात से आ जाने का कंट्रोल करना सीखा है, दिस इज अ कंट्रोल। अनदर एग्जांपल लर्निंग ऑफ 1998, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट लर्निंग, वेरी लर्नेड पर्सन, जस्ट वेरी सीनियर पोजीशन इन पंजाब, ही वाज माय बॉस। एक मैथ मशल हेड था, मेरे अकाउंट्स हेड ने उसको जो मेरे फाइल के ऊपर ऑब्जेक्शन लिख दिया, सुनने वाली बात है, काइंडली सुनिए, बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट लर्निंग है। 10 बंदों को मैंने प्रीवियस कंपनी में शेयर किया, 6 को वर्तमान में शेयर किया, आप बस कार में हैं जिनको मैं शेयर कर रहा हूँ, बट इट हैज रियली पेड मी माय लाइफ। मैंने इस क्वेश्चन मैनेजमेंट रिपोर्टिंग किया कि ऑर्डर इस मैनेजर का जो भी इतना नाम होगा रोल का हो जाना चाहिए, उसके सुपर फ्लूअस ऑब्जेक्शन है, जैसे अकाउंट्स वाले इबादत के कोई बात नहीं होती अकाउंट्स वाले। अच्छा, मैंने बॉस के पास गया, कैसे सीनियर स्कूल है वो, जैसे मैंने आपको पब्लिक सेक्रेटरी वर्किंग ऑफ एक्शन जैसे ओके टुमारो 10:30 कॉल सत्येंद्र वी हैव अ मीटिंग टुगेदर। नेक्स्ट पॉइंट 5 मिनट देने उन्होंने, उसके बाद आपके डिस्कशन अपना अपने मैनेज करना शुरू, दिस इज द कल्चर ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन। तो अगले दिन सारे मैंने आके सत्येंद्र को फोन किया कि कैंटीन मीटिंग कॉल की, कुछ नहीं बताया किसी ने, 10:30 बजे वो फाइल डिस्कस हुई। नाउ 1998 माय एज यू कैन इमेजिन एंड द काइंड ऑफ रिफ्लेक्स आई हैड यू कैन इमेजिन। तो वो फाइल सामने एमपी डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, तो वो कह रहे हैं कि हाँ सत्येंद्र आप बताइए आपने कैसे ये लाइफ एग्जांपल बता रहा हूँ, दिस इज द टर्निंग पॉइंट इन माय लाइफ। about changing or bringing in EQ in me. तो वो कहते थे कि सर इसमें ये डिसीजन है, इसलिए मैंने लिखा है, इसमें ये होगा। मैं कहा सर पर इसको ये तो पूछो इसमें ये क्या बात है? मैंने एजुकेटेड हो गए साथ में वही जस्ट बोल रहा हूँ। फिर उसमें कोई irrelevant सा justification सेकंड है, ऐसे सर इसको ये तो पूछो इसमें ये तो पॉइंट क्या है? Ultimately, Umar करवा के no, I will go to much ahead decision shouldn't matter. और हो गया आगे बाद में उसके स्पीकर के जाने के बाद मेरे को एक बात उन्होंने बोली, कहते आप ये बताइए मैं आपको एडवाइस देना चाहता हूँ, मैं एजुकेट होने से कुछ मिलना नहीं है, आपने किसी को गति भी कहना है तो आप उसके लिए आप गति This is what I want to say. This has really turned my life. Since that day, I am imbibing and practicing. अब मैं किसी को कल शाम को जो मेरे को कार में सारे शहर जाते हुए गली से फोन आ रहा था, the guy was talking irrelevant to me. I said, "You want to be like my mom?" इतना ही बात कर रहा हूँ. Just want my phone. Okay. Otherwise, आप लोग मुझसे बात कर रहे होते या मैं आपकी में बात कर रहा हूँ तो सिर्फ बात कर रहा हूँ. So this is the change you have to bring in. Human touch, I said, is very important. Use G as much as possible. Telephone etiquette. Successful people always talk very quietly, very coolly, very sensibly. जो कि youngster मैं भी अपनी young age में पूरी बात करता था, educated ही होता था. ऐसे हो गया, वैसे हो गया. इसको भी बताना है, दुनिया को बताना है, education को काम करना है, and telephone etiquette को learn. It can give you better communication and clarity of thought will be better. Next 6 point is honesty. Of course, you know, honesty में एक learn की मैंने बात. Honesty सबको पता है, नहीं कुछ बोलूँगा. Not only you should work honestly, you should also look honest in your looks and approach. It matters. If my looks are looking honest, when I go, I enter corporate affairs. I represent to the state government, lot of things of my company. The company's image travels with me. It gives the feeling Bhagwan is an honest company. यही कोई अब हम मेरा करने करनी आती थी तो corporate सी looks बना के somebody is looking like a dishonest, he may be honest. Looks are very important to look honest. Effort of learning is last point, which is already touched. I would like to share what the university had called me for a recent talk, and I have 2 learnings from there. Just in Punjab, Mr. Deep Sarora was today instrumental in calling me here. So HR function किया था. वहाँ पे 2 learnings मैंने हुई थी. As CHR, Center HR, we are recruiting our people. Every day we have 5 interviews to conduct, all different levels, technical, everything. So वो उन्होंने एक tool लगाया, वहाँ पे different platform पे discussion होती थी. Facebook is very dangerous. As far as ये आपके लिए learning है, people in the HR department of MNCs, they see and search the Facebook 40% to clearly know the real character of the gentleman. So please be careful. हम नहीं होते careful, हम Facebook पे अपने सारे गालियाँ भी लिखेंगे, जो भी उनकी actual feelings है वो अपने आप को actual expose करने के लिए person can be rejected. Second thing, so this was a new learning that yes, as an HR person, we can also introduce this tool. So that is what the point with current colleagues make, the learning never ends. Even another 20 years down the line, I have to learn. Then another topic I learned, entrepreneurial leadership. Now I was made the chief guest of that technical session. Now I am sure here that audience would not be knowing what is entrepreneurial leadership. I will not touch that point, but I learned. तो मैंने Google पे जाके देखा ये leadership, automatic participative leadership के अलावा एक concept 2000 में आया. Please have a look, learn on entrepreneurial leadership. But this is the new thing. In the last, I would like to say that how बातें तो बहुत बड़ी होगी, but how to do this, how to learn English in one day, how to improve communication skills in one day. और अगले 3 2 से तो इंटरव्यू शुरू हो जाती है. So ultimately, how to learn this, how to write these scripts. There must be more mantras. मेरे तरफ से मैंने 7 tips दी हैं आपके लिए. हो सकता है 12 14 हो और working to get a people listening at PM and PM which I have added in my points. But how do I mind? The simple mantra is keep observing from your environment, from your people around, keep acquiring the and get inspired. First of all, get inspired. 99% people don't get inspired. Somebody has excels in one field, he gets discouraged, but others feel jealous of that person. उसकी टांगे कैसे काटनी है, politics कैसे देखना, इसमें हम पढ़ जाते हैं. 99% people are talking, but that is not the way. Then you can't learn EQ, you can't improve your personality. So the simple mantra is be observant, be be happy about the other person achievements and qualities, and then gradually practice them and make it become more. Last, I would like to share that ideas of mine, but the author is my colleague Ramanji. This is called Just Get Up Production. She is my colleague, 1 year old MBA in Varma, and she has made all these videos. This is for people. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now we request Mr. B.K. Udaan from Helson Limited as a Vice President HR.
Thank you so much. Distinguished guests sitting on the dais and my future career managers sitting in front of me. I welcome you all to this Udaan 2016. My seniors sitting on the dais have expressed everything, whatever is expected from you. This is appreciation from campus life. I will talk directly what is expected and what is not expected. Appearing in the interview, getting in the interview, everything is fine. I straightforward ask one question: has any one of you analyzed what they have told you, or would like to analyze afterwards, or would like to go in the canteen and sit there, enjoy their food? How many of you would like to sit in the canteen? No, nobody will come up. But of course, I know majority of you will go to the canteen. But listen, the practical aspects which have been given to you by Mr. Pandey, by Mr. Sunil Koda, Mr. Puri, and Mr. Srivastava will definitely pay you in the long run. Team building, communication, your communication skills. Let us discuss something about communication. In my opinion, what communication is, in a brief line, I'll brief you. What I want to convey to you, you have understood it in the same fashion, in the same language. That is communication. Only then the communication is complete. If I want to say something else, you are understanding something else. My communication is not complete. Have you seen some team building in this seminar hall? Has anybody observed? No, I don't think so. You have not observed, but there was a team building. There were some students standing over there. There were some students standing over there also. You have seen they were being replaced by the students sitting at the end of the corner of the hall. What was that? Basically, they were giving them rest. They were standing, they were sitting. They were replacing them. Okay, fine. That is basically a teamwork. I have a movie with me which reflects something about team building, something about motivation, something about communication, something about lesson also, something about how to appear in the interview. Okay, before I go for the communication and before I go for the movie, I would like to know from you people, how many of you would you be interested to know what will be your salary package? Basically, the aim is campus life beginning after 2 months. How many of you would like to know the compensation package? Anyone? Nobody wants to know. Yes, please, one. Your name, please. Huh? You are from which campus? Mohali. Your name, please. Huh? You are also from Mohali? Okay, good. Anybody else who would like to know the salary package? Yes, please. You are from which campus? That means only 3 students would like to know. Okay. Out of you all remaining people, how would you like to know whether they will be provided air conditioned room, internet facility, or the telephone facility? Because you are MBA postgraduates, master in business administration, you must have that type of room for you. How many of you will be interested in AC room, internet, and telephone facility? No. Nobody would like to sit in the room. Nobody would like to manage the people. Because the people are being managed by the lower class. You don't want to be a future manager. No, not interested at all. Okay, that's fine. First of all, I would like to show my movie. What Carlson is, we have to present ourselves and then we will have discussion on the points raised in the movie itself.
Carlson's journey began in the year 1974 from Udaan, where it started manufacturing cycle tires. Ever since, it has come a long way and has become a name to reckon with in the entire world. Over the years, Carlson has kept pace with the latest developments in the tire technology, which has made it a market leader in replacement as well as original equipment market in the country. Nylon core cycle tires, a pioneering product from Carlson, is a result of sustained R&D efforts that have changed the way India produces cycle tires. With nylonization, Carlson increased the life of the cycle tire by 2 to 3 times. Similarly, in order to cater effectively to the needs of fun-loving young riders, Carlson developed and introduced a wide range of MTB and BMX tires, which were tougher and more robust.
For rubber compound music, nylon calipering, wheel building, tire building, and curing, we have world's most latest and sophisticated machines. Our installed capacity of 1.6 lakh cycle tires and tires are used in the world.
Ronson's R&D Center is the only modern recycled tire industry that enjoys the accreditation by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India.
Our R&D lab is equipped with state-of-art equipment for analytical, numerical, and experimental research. This is why Bronco tires outperform others in wear resistance, ruggedness, and road.
Ronson cycle tires are well accepted in the international markets also. No wonder. Ronson is India's largest exporter of bicycle tires and tubes and has been winning the Pexel's Top Exporter Award for the last several years. Its tires and tubes are being exported to over 35 countries, which encompass Central and South America, Africa, Gulf and Middle East, and Far Eastern countries. The era of post-economic liberalization revolutionized public and private transport in India. Ronson saw an opportunity in this emerging market and extended its footprints to automotive tires. It set out to become a two-wheeler tire specialist. The focus on two-wheeler tires made Ronson target the youth. Youth who are adventurous and outgoing. Who are technology savvy and stylish. Who aim high and challenge the limits of their own endurance. Driven by passion, enthusiasm, and dynamism. Ronson set out to not just meet but exceed the expectations of young India. Welcome to the world of Ronson and Bronco automotive tires. Bronco tires are manufactured in a state-of-the-art plant at Udaan, 25 kilometers off Ludhiana on the NH1. Our factory is backed by the most advanced technology in tire manufacturing, the best of world-class equipment, and stringent quality checks. Apart from motorcycle and scooter tires, Ronson manufactures high-quality three-wheeler and tractor tires in the brand name Bronco and Ronson. Tire curing is a very important process in the manufacture of a tire. The curing presses are operated under controlled conditions, which ensures uniform curing and greater control of tire dimensions. The tire building machine section at Bronco Automotive Tire Plant boasts of a complete PLC controlled operation. This leads to maximum accuracy in tire formation, leaving no scope for human errors.
We take care of our human resources by providing free medical facilities, free transport, and free residential accommodation to our employees. We are National Safety Award winners for the last 6 years collectively.
Testing in Bronco's automotive tire plant begins right from the entry of raw materials and extends to compounds, which are checked and passed in the laboratory against standard norms such as BIS and ASTM. Our testing laboratory is equipped with high-tech machines like the viscometer, hot air fabric shrinkage tester, and tensile tester, just to name a few. For quality assurance, we test our tires on highly sophisticated plunger testing machine. Tire characteristics testing machine static balancing testing machine, and wobble testing machine. Developing tire treads is a science. Brownson designs treads of his tires on the basis of ground studies and riders' needs. The world is yours. Ride on. Run, go. The road is long. Don't stop. Make it short, open now. Is yours. Tubeless bike tires are a new range of tires introduced by Hansa. These are being manufactured using CCT technology, a cutting-edge technological innovation that ensures long product life.
Our dealers are our assets. Our goal is to maximize customer satisfaction through superior product, efficient after-sales service, quality assurance, and
Quality of Brownco automotive tires has acceptance overseas also. Brownco automotive tires are being exported to Central and South America, Africa, the Gulf, South Asia, Middle East, and Far Eastern countries.
Alco is the fastest growing brand in the two-wheeler tire category, a total quality product. It is surely making your driving experience smoother and safer. With an unmatched understanding of the needs of today's youth and the ability to convert these needs into innovative products, we will ensure that the world is yours. We will get there.
We dare to dream and make others dream. We are the ones who can sense the future. We know we can change it. We are young. We are daring. We are proud. We are ransom.
You have seen our movie, our son. What have you found? What has been told to you, my distinguished guests, my distinguished speakers, maybe in the sense of team building, maybe in the sense of communication. What have you found? See, there was a movie where it has been told by Mr. N.P. Gupta that we are manufacturing 1.6 lakhs tires per day and 1.8 lakhs tubes per day. To produce 1.6 lakhs tires and 1.8 lakhs tubes per day, what is the number of manpower required and what is the production rate? It comes to around 2 tires per second and 3 tubes per second. How is it possible? With the team spirit only. It is not only Khurana who can manufacture 1.6 lakh tires per day. It is basically the workers, the MPs who are managing these affairs, the BTEC who are putting their heart and soul in that. Have you ever seen in this movie that anybody is dictating the terms? No. It is basically the participation of the employees. Where Larsen has reached today. For your information, we are number 1 in India and number 2 in the world in quality as well as quantity production. So basically, this all has been possible because of the participation of the leaders like you. There is no autocratic style of functioning in Larsen. Working environment is excellence. 9 to 5:30 means 9 to 5:30. Nobody will tell you to sit back after 5:30. You
will get 100% excellent working environment. But of course, in case you are lacking in the profession, you have been given the job, you are lacking, you are not sincere, you are not hardware, you can't survive. We will pay you handsome salaries to your expectations. But of course, we will expect handsome results also. This is every session. We will come for campus recruitment here, but I will request all of you to mentally prepare yourself to face a team of professionals from Rajasthan. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Both the students will achieve great learnings, how to the experience of our corporate leaders, the top eminent leaders. Now is the time of the question answer sessions. We have to open the question answer sessions now.
Other speakers ने आपको बताया है enough input you have got. So processing must be going on simultaneously. This is the time to create queries because input processing, the final output will be perfect only when there are no what you call bugs in the software. IT की तरफ से बात करेंगे. The software is the output. तो बात चेकिंग करनी पड़ती है ना. एक अप्लाई कर. This is bug checking session. You have to check your bugs. वो कैसे solve होंगे? Through raising your queries. That will tell कि आपके जो प्रोसेसर है उसने सॉफ्टवेयर कैसा जनरेट किया है पिछले 3 घंटे में. You got very valuable input. CPU was at the silent mode. Sleep mode. Battery saving mode. आप बैटरी रिजर्व कर रहे थे. ये बात करी कि आप तब तक नहीं थकते जब तक आपका माइंड आपको नहीं कहता आप थके हो. So body never gets tired. So there was no need to put you on the sleep mode. I mean, see, I had told you in the morning before the speakers had come, all these are your prospective employers. All of these companies are most likely going to visit your campus for the recruitment. That should increase your curiosity more. I want to ask?
In license, I see forex. So what is the English of the student? In license, then I see forex part. Then what is M and what is derivation for the student? IC forex card. And why is derivation for the student?
अरे एक माइक तो दो यार. एक माइक दे दो.
this will become a product session. I don't think Forex card is in any terms useful to you. And I'm also not getting the name that you are taking. We have a PCDC, for example, double currency card. One card which probably be useful to you guys, not anymore because you will be passing out very soon, is a card which we have formulated for the educational institutes. So that's the smart card we have developed for educational institutes, through which a student can pay all institutional dues, social, canteen dues, everything. So that's the smart card we have done. I think that is going to be of some value to you guys.
Very good afternoon, sir. Myself, Anubhav Bharadwaj. I am from Shahpur campus. My question is from Pandey, sir. Sir, like we all know, there is a very competitive world, and I want to know that how you differentiate your bank from the competitive banks. Thank you, sir.
See, India is a very big market. India is a very big market. There is for everybody. Can you hear me now? So I think India market is very big, and there's for everybody. Everybody is doing very well. In some things, some bad things. You know, so I will not say how I appreciate this myself well, particularly Mr. Shwasta sitting here. I will give you more people, right? You know, and but yes, there are great bands. It was yeah.
I must add on his behalf, HDFC Bank has become the most valuable bank, most valuable company in the country.
Very good brand.
Yes. Definitely, it is the best bank.
Is any kind of difference specified for the banking sector or the consumer schools, any kind of difference in schools? I mean, there's not the general skills. Definitely.
I want all those micro-sectors.
He is asking for any different set of skills for banking sector or the industry.
So at the entry level and at the entry level, you definitely don't require any different skills. It is not that banks only take BCom or people from the commerce background, I'm from the science background, and give it to the bank. Once you are at the entry level, it doesn't really matter that what is your, what you say, but do you have a distinct skill set, which is only, required in that. Once you are inside, then if you want to go inside, then you definitely require a lot of skill sets. Some people go in sales, some people go in operations, some people go in advisory, some people go in assets. So during your course of stay in the organization, what skill sets you develop decides in future within that organization you have to do. But at entry level, your level, don't worry. Just be confident. Just while I said, look smart, look confident, make yourself fully aware, know the bank that you want to join in, and you must be very clear that if you want to join the bank, why should you want to join the bank? I think that's all. You can ask everything else.
Thank you, sir. I would like to request our GMP, Dr. Sandeep Kaura, to present the moment to our chief guest. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Bora to present the momentum to Mr. K.P. Senior VP and Self-Assessment at Access Bank. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Bora to present the momentum to Mr. A. Puri, Senior Vice President for Management. Thank you, sir. Now I request Dr. Bora to present the momentum to Vice President HR Director Limited, Mr. Vijay Kumar.
Yeah, there's more.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to request Dr. Suresh Seth to come for the vote of thanks. Thank you, sir.
All the dignitaries on the dais, my fellow colleagues from other institutions, faculty, faculty members and their students, it's a very difficult task to propose a vote of thanks after 3 hours of session, 30 session. I hope everybody is paying for my blood. Everybody is feeling hungry, extremely hungry. I will not take more time. The rest is you. First of all, heartiest thanks to Chief Guest of the Day, Mr. Pandey, who is heading carrying the operations of HDFC Bank as far as branch banking is concerned. And congratulations, sir, for being the most valuable brand. The survey was out yesterday only. Out of the 10 top brands of the country, HDFC is at number 1. Meaning the brands like SBI as a brand, I think, is at number 4 or 5. Which is for the nation, diverse to the nation. So it's a real compliment to HDFC team. And we are really privileged to have such a high-profile official from such a high-value brand. We are extremely thankful to you, sir, for spending your valuable time. 4 golden mantras he has given you. I think you people must be taking notes. At least I was taking. I don't know about you, but I was taking the notes. So 4 golden mantras leading us to time management, communication skills, and to overcome knowledge deficiency syndrome. अभी किसी ने पूछा कि बैंकिंग में जाने के लिए कुछ पर्टिकुलर स्किल सेट चाहिए. I think if you follow these 4 mantras, you can go to any sector. You will be fit for every sector, and every employer will be looking forward to have you in their team. So the golden words. He focused on very particular things. Continuous learning. Learning should never stop. And a very live example he produced himself. You don't know. That's why I'm sharing it with you. And Dr. Kara was sharing the slide about the events that we are going to have on 28. Where an interactive session with Mohit is going to be there. Mr. Pandey instantly asked for 5 invitation cards for that event, which he will be distributing to his branch managers, so that they should be here to listen to those people. So this is a live example. The continuous learning. Sitting at this level, he must have heard to those people number of times. Because he is sitting at such a high position. But instant reaction. Within minutes, he responded that I need minimum 5 invitation cards. So this is how continuous learning should be implemented. So that's a live example. We are really thankful to you, sir. Mr. Srivastava, very senior person, Senior Vice President of Axis Bank, another very valuable branch. आज की डेट में अगर प्राइवेट बैंक्स की बात करें तो कंपटीशन इज पांडे साहब कह रहे थे श्रीवास्तव जी बैठे हैं इसलिए बताना बड़ा मुश्किल है. That was very right because Axis Bank and HDFC Bank, they are the two most valued private banks in our country. So having two senior people from both the banks on the same panel is a real privilege for us. Shivarma was very right in focusing upon emotional quotient, EQ, which has become a very important prerequisite if you want to be in the corporate world. A very apt example he shares with you regarding the changing world and the kind of impact it can have. Example of pulleys and luggage is a very, very appropriate example. And how things change so quickly. If you have recently noticed the Maggie episode, the brand which was worth hundreds of crores within overnight, it took just a single day, overnight, आज Maggie खत्म हो चुका है. They are trying to revive it now, but as of now it is finished. So this is how dynamic the world is. Thank you, Mr. Srivastava, for sharing your valuable inputs with us. Mr. Puri, Senior Vice President from Udaan. He was running short of time. He had made a very good presentation and he wanted to share with you, but because of the paucity of time, he had to cut short, he had to run through. But still, in the limited time, he focused upon very, very important aspects. How to build yourself, how to build your attitude, and how to, particularly seven good habits of a successful professional. I think everybody should have got it noted. कौन सी सात हैबिट्स है? सेवन गुड हैबिट्स स्टीफन कवी के बुक है, अगर किसी ने पढ़ी होगी तो नहीं पढ़ी पढ़ना. इट्स अ गुड बुक. स्टीफन कवी इज द ऑथर. So, Puri sahab ने एक एग्जांपल दी थी ट्रैफिक वाली. That was a very good example. This is how we move around. And this example is applicable in the corporate world also. Sometimes we commit such mistakes. कि अगर बॉस नहीं देख रहा या बॉस पूछ नहीं रहा, तो we start taking advantage of that. So it's the same case. अगर पुलिस वाला है तो भी, नहीं है तो भी, you have to follow the rules. You have to follow the decorum. You have to follow the protocol. You have to follow the culture of the organization. That was a very appropriate example he shared with us. Thank you, sir, for your valuable inputs. Khurana sir was the last speaker. I can understand the kind of audience he was getting, but still the kind of presentation he made, that was really सबको जगा दिया. It was so powerful presentation कि जो सो भी रहे थे वो भी उठ गए. सोते हैं बैठ में जाके सोने वाले. But it was a very wonderful presentation, and the best part was the last part. If you had noticed it, he has assured us that he will be visiting our campus for the placements, and you have to get prepared for that. So thank you, sir, for your fine gesture. We are really thankful to you. How particularly he was observing everything. I was going to quote that in my word of thanks, and I thank my team. We did it. He was noticing two students by rotation were coming to the dais, and two students were going back. So that I have to observe it because I am the host of the event. मेरा तो ध्यान उसमें जाना था, but for a guest to observe that is really remarkable. So how that shows how minutely he was observing everything. And you should be really, if you want to be in Ralston, you will really have to work very hard. I tell you. Thank you, sir, for your valuable inputs. I'm also grateful to my entire corporate team, director principals of all the campuses who have taken the pain to come to this campus and send their students to us. Participate in this wonderful event. A lot of thanks goes out to the administration team of this campus who have made this event possible under the able guidance of our honorable campus director, Mr. S. Bedi, who is always looks for such kind of events. He never says no to host any event. He invites. कोई भी इवेंट है हमारे कैंपस में कराइए. बहुत कम लोग होते हैं. नॉर्मली लोग कहते हैं कि जान बची रहे तो अच्छा है. But he is the one who always says ये अच्छा इवेंट है मेरे कैंपस में होना चाहिए. तो ये भी थैंकफुल टू यू सर. Last but not the least, wonderful management skills displayed by the students. They were receiving the guests, they were managing the stage, they were managing the audience also. So really thankful to you for your unflinching support. With these words, I think 5 minutes. I will try to wrap up in 5 minutes, in 6 or 7 minutes. With these words, once again, thanks to all our esteemed guests who spared their valuable time. Thank you.
Students, please repeat here. Students, just take for 5 minutes.